Hi, welcome back to Blade and Brush. I'm Mike, your West Shaver, and I am back with another shave video. We're going to go ahead and test out, well, not test out, just use regularly, something by Declaration Grooming. It's called Cuir et Épices, which is basically French for leather and spices. Very awesome crope. Uses bison tallow. As you can see by the graphic on here, it uses bison tallow as a soap base. So let me go ahead and show you what's on the inside. As you can see, this is well used. I've had this for quite a long time. But yeah, the scent profile on this is amazing. Leather, star anise, a little bit of apple notes, although it doesn't actually have any apple in it. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and use that, and also I'm using the Gillette, a King C Gillette safety razor, which is sold in box stores, including Walgreens. So I'm going to go ahead and actually show you this. Now, I've done a review on it previously for my other channel, but talking about it is not the same as actually showing you. So that's what I'm going to do today. Yeah, like I've said in other channels, I do like the scent of leather. Just whipping up my lather right now. Alright, so let me go ahead and wet my face. Apply my pre-shave treatment. But yeah, like I said in my last video, the Gillette company owned by Procter & Gamble had ceased production of safety razors in 1989 and moved basically to just cartridge razors. But because of the demand for safeties, dipped its toe back in the water with the Gillette heritage, and then the next year in 2020, I believe, or maybe 2021, it went ahead and released the King C Gillette, which is not an Amazon exclusive. It's actually sold in stores. But for some weird reason, Gillette is marketing the tool as a detailing razor for sideburns and not an actual shaving razor. It's a shaving razor. Come on, guys. Who do you think you're fooling, all right? Stop being afraid of your own product and your own company's history. Now, I am going to be brutally honest in my assessment of this tool. So, Gillette, if anyone from your marketing company is watching this and listening, please do pay attention. Because I do like Gillette safety razors. I have quite a number of them in my collection, the vintage ones, and I want the company to make more, but I've got some issues. For example, the knurling on this is barber pole, which I'm not a fan of. In my opinion, doesn't offer quite the same grip, but then it goes only about halfway down the handle and then goes smooth and then ends in this rounded end. It's like, what's with that? Why would you do that? It's a shame because it's actually not a bad razor. But you definitely need to figure out the right way to hold it. It's got good balance. The handle is much longer, obviously, than on the Gillette Heritage. And I do believe that it is a brass handle that is plated in chrome. So those are pluses in my book. But the knurling, yeah, it really needs work. And as you can see, there is the KCG logo on the top of the cap. Some might object to that. I do not. Because in my opinion, if you're using a double-edged safety razor, well, you don't want to constantly be forgetting which side of the razor you need to flip over to. And having some kind of identifiable mark that helps you keep track of what side you're using at any given time, that is something I happen to like personally. Your mileage might vary, to each his or her own. Yeah, this Declaration Grooming company really knows its stuff. I mean, it's a bit expensive because of the bison tallow being a little bit more exotic of a soap base. Kind of like with Chicago Grooming Company, formerly Oleo, uses duck fat. Now, that will drive up the price, but at the same time, you also have to consider the quality of the product and the skill of the soap maker. And I do find that this is a good product. Plus, I'm just in love with the scent profile. One reviewer described it as smelling like what he imagines John Wayne's kitchen would have smelled like. I don't know if John Wayne's kitchen would have smelled like a tannery, but oh well. That could be as a result of the spices being present. Speaking of spices, cherries are once again in season in this part of the country. And so what I would like to do is start making my vodka spiced cherries, which basically consists of taking a jar of pitted cherries, and this is important, you want to remove the pits and the stems. Then you get some baker's sugar, or caster's sugar, as it's sometimes called. It's a finer grind than regular granulated, but coarser than powdered sugar. But you want to use the cherries, baker's sugar, half a vanilla bean pod, and then 3 pods of star anise. And then you put those into the jar, and then you pour vodka or your favorite spirit over that, seal up the jar, let it cure for 4 weeks. And then it should keep for up to 6 months before you need to open it up. But those cherries, once they're done, they make really excellent sundae toppings. You can also use them to make cherry cordials or chocolate-covered cherries. You can use them in bakery. Yeah, with this King C Gillette razor, which Procter & Gamble insists on marketing as anything other than a shaving razor. It is, once you get the hang of using it, quite a nifty little daily shaver. The head is similar to what you might find on Mule or Edwin Jagger. There's some speculation as to whether it is just a rebranded version of those or a copy. I also find there are similarities to the Mercury 34. But if you want my recommendation, Gillette, I would highly recommend on any future models that you decide to produce, extend the knurling all the way down to the bottom of the handle. Forget about the barber pole stuff. Do a nice, solid, grippy cross hatch. knurling, and for God's sake, forget about the rounded end, okay? I don't know why you chose to do that. Don't get me wrong, it's a good tool. I just think it could be improved on in terms of its grip. No safety razor, in my opinion, should be such that you worry about dropping it or having it slip out of your grasp. But I really have no issues with the cap or base plate. Nor any with the weight and balance of the handle. It's just an knurling on there that I object to. But, that's something that's more of an opinion of mine based on my individual preferences. But I did say I would be brutal in my evaluation and give feedback because I don't want Gillette to give up on producing safety razors, all right? It's not something that should be relegated to the status of niche market. It used to be the standard, and I think it should be again. And, forget the cartridge razor gimmick because, especially at a time when the economy is imploding, again, because of a certain moron's tariff policies, you don't want to be overcharging people for basic grooming tools. And since Gillette never stopped making safety razor blades, that means it does understand the market, at least somewhat. And I know you invested heavily in the cartridge razors, especially the Mach 3 and the Fusion. But you know what? You're not going to boost sales by overpricing. And you're certainly not going to do it by making products that people don't want to buy. Safety razors and straight razors are what people are demanding. So, Gillette, take some honest feedback here, improve the knurling on this, and flatten the end of the handle. And I think this thing will sell like pancakes. People love pancakes. I love them anyway. And by the way, if there are any shaving companies that want to send me product to test out or beta test, feel free. I did include a link to my new email that I created specifically for this channel. I don't mind beta testing stuff or giving honest reviews. But as far as any sponsorships, I only do sponsorships for stuff that I use in my daily life. I don't believe in just accepting stuff that I haven't used or that I don't use regularly. And if you're going to send me product to test out or give away in drawings, just keep in mind I will give my honest opinion, and don't expect me that I'm going to sell it for you. I'm going to give my honest review, and if I find something is lacking, I will let you know. But I'll also offer suggestions if I see there's room for improvement. Because at the end of the day, we want companies to succeed in their, selling their products, and we don't want people to sell mediocre stuff or overpriced. So here's a companion aftershave. Declaration Grooming will send you a separate bottle of menthol if you order it mentholated. They'll send you a separate bottle of menthol so that you can add whatever amount you want to it. So basically, you can add as little or as much as you want. I, of course, added the entire bottle. Because I do like my menthol, and I like it glacial. All right, so once again, today's shave has been with Declaration Grooming's Cuir et Epices, or Leather and Spices. Great scent, bison tallow base. Go check them out. And then the safety razor was the King C Gillette, which you can find in a lot of big box stores. I've seen it in Walgreens. I think CVS maybe, but definitely Walgreens. So if you want to give it a try, I'd highly recommend it. Just be aware if you're not a fan of barber pole knurling or smooth handles, you have been forewarned. But the best way to grip it is to keep your pinky firmly underneath so you can help maintain a stable grip. But that's it for today. This is Mike for Blade and Brush, signing off.